Waiting no more over in League One, as of course Burton Albion's manager has decided to pack his bags. Are they in trouble? Of course they are, but can they be saved? We'll take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, Bam's giving a production video. Today we're taking a look at match number 8 in this year's League One, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang up to all things League One related, Babylon Rovers related, Wycombe related, later this year, of course. That's right, of course, Burton Albion are looking for a new manager at the Pirelli, who's going to take over the reins, and of course, can they be actually saved from being from going down? They're rooted to the foot of the table, of course, but we'll take a look at what's going on this weekend in a second, of course. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. If you want to help us out, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. So here we go. We're going to bring you back up to date with, of course, what went on this past weekend, including that's the resignation. It's a resignation, which I believe he jumped before he was pushed. That's my understanding, of course. But these are, of course, the results of last weekend's action. We're going to kick it off at the top of the hour with, of course, Ipswich Town with a 2-0 win over Accrington. Stanley, of course, they remain top of the table. Bolton Wanderers did beat Charlton Athletic 3-1 in the end. I went with a 2-1. Bristol Rovers could only manage a draw with Morecambe. Good result for them on the road. I went with a 2-0 win. Cambridge with a 2-0 win over Lincoln. I went with a draw on that one as well. Derby County threw it away against Plymouth 3-2 in the end. 2-0 in my eyes. Exeter did beat MK Dons 1-0. I went with a 2-1. Fleetwood and Wycombe did draw 1-1, and that's the way I called it, boys. Forest Green Rovers, they lost to Shrewsbury. Big result for them as they move away. Oxford with a big 2-1 win over Burton, which basically cost his man his job. Port Vale 2-2 draw against Cheltenham went with the other way. Pompey with a 2-1 win over Peterborough. I went with a 2-0. And Sheffield had a surprise loss against Barnsley. Wow, we were. But this is what the shape of the table looks like now. It is Ipswich. It is Pompey. They're both unbeaten so far this season. Plymouth are up to 3rd. Can you Adam and Eve it? I cannot Adam and Eve it. I'd love to see Plymouth back in the Championship. I really would. I just don't know if I can see. Look at Cambridge. Oh my gosh. Up to 5th in the table. Well done to him. To them, should I say. Burton, Forest Green, Morecambe and Cheltenham going down as it stands. Lincoln, MK Dons, Accrington, Stanley also not out of the woods just yet, but of course it's a long old season. Let's not get your knickers in a twist. Before we get into the results of the prediction league for this week, of course, big shout out to Shane Dollar, who did win August's manager of the month, or predictor of the month, of course. Well done to him. So he topped the table last time around, but of course Riley Turton with a big 7-pointer this past weekend to put him in the mixer with Nathan breathing down his neck. So well done to you guys for doing well this past weekend. What about the overall grand scheme of things? Well, Shane Dollar still remains with 37 points on the board. Riley is breathing down his neck with Jimmy Boy into 3rd. That's bronze to you and I, so well done to all of those guys. You can get involved here. Cut before League One. It is free, 100%. Not going to charge you whatsoever. So get your name in there, and of course, plenty of time to get into the action as well. So we are jumping into the next weekend's action. There is a game this midweek. It's Forest Green against Accrington Stanley. We've covered that before. I'm not even going to talk about it again. So we're kind of sidestepping that one. So we're going to plow on. So, but you know, you can throw that in there in the comments if you want to. I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to. We've done it. We talked about it before. It just got postponed, sideswiped. So we're going to jump in with Burton, of course, managerless Burton up against Fleetwood Town. Will that still be the case this coming weekend? We'll have to find out about that. Of course, these games will take place on Saturday, September the 10th. Now, these two sides have played 18 times to 2012, and 9 was Burton, 8 was Fleetwood, and we've got 1 draw, of course. Burton, though, just 1 win 6, 25% form for them right now, up against the Fleetwood Town side without a win in 6. Scotty Barnes boys are in trouble themselves. Of course, last round at the Pirelli, it was a 3-2 win for Burton back in March 2022. Fleetwood picked up a 1-1 draw against Wycombe. Of course, Burton did lose to Oxford last time around. The odds for this one, though, we have, of course, Burton wherever they are. I've lost them. There they are. 5-4 for the host. 11-5 is your Fleetwood. 9-4 is your. I'm going with a new manager bounce, whoever that is. A point in the bag at the very least. It could be more than that as well. Charlton Athletic up against Exeter City, of course, down in the Valley. Of course, these two sides have played each other going to minus 8 times to 2003. 5 for Charlton, 2 for Exeter, and we've got 1 draw, of course. Charlton, though, just 1 win defeated by 6, 67% forward for them up against Exeter side. Just 1 win 5, 42% forward for them moving forward once again. Last time around, over in Charlton, it was a 2-0 win for Charlton. That was back in, of course, September 2011. Charlton are beating against Exeter over the last 3, picking up, of course, 3 wins out of a possible 3 as well. Exeter with the 1 win over MK Dons. Charlton did lose to Bolton, though, last time around over at Boundary Park, wherever they call it these days. The odds on this one, 65 is Charlton, 12-5 is draw, 11-5 is your away win here. I'm back in Charlton with the 2-1 win for Exeter to take 3 points, and again, that could actually see them go as high as 6 in the table. Kicking it forward is Cheltenham against Bolton Wanderers, of course. Of in Cheltenham are struggling right now. They could do with a win. Bolton looking pretty good for themselves into 8th at the moment. Played each other 5 times in 2016. 1 for Cheltenham, 2 for Bolton, and 2 draws. Just 1 defeat past 5 though for Cheltenham right now. 50% form for them. That's 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. Bolton, though, back-to-back wins for them, 50% form for them over the last 6, which means winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6. Last round, though, in Cheltenham was a 2-1 win for Bolton back in March 2022. Bolton unbeaten against Cheltenham over the last 4 occasions, pick up a couple of wins and a couple of draws as well. Bolton, though, pick up a 3-1 win over Charlton. They've actually scored 7 goals in the last 2 games combined. Cheltenham with a big 2-2 draw against Port Vale. So the odds for this Badgerino, we've got what we've got going on here. We've got Cheltenham 5-2 for the victory, 20 is your Bolton, 12-5 is your draw. I'm back in a 2-0 for Bolton on here. Cheltenham are in trouble. Wanderers could see them go up to 4th in the table with a W and a little bit of luck going elsewhere for them. Barnsley, of course, big result for them in the last weekend. Have to do it all over again this weekend, taking on Pompey, who is 2nd in the table. Barnsley, though, currently at you. Where are they in the table? They are, of course, must be mid-table 10th right now. But of course, played 23 times in 49 wins apiece and 5 draws. Of course, Barnsley, though, just 1 win 5, 42% form for them. Up against the Pompey side, winning 4 and drawing 2. Sorry, winning 4, losing 2 over the last 6. 67% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, over at Oakwell, was a 1-1 draw back in December 2018. The home side hasn't lost this game since Pompey beat Barnsley in Barnsley back in September 2001. It's been over 20 years since the home side has lost this game. Pompey, though, with a 2-1 win over Peterborough. Of course, Barnsley with a 2-1 win over Sheffield Wednesday on this one. It is over in Barnsley, 70-10 for the victory, 64 is your way win, 12-5 is your draw. Back in Barnsley with a 2-2 draw at the very least. They could actually even win this game as well. Morecambe up against Derby, and that's right, the Globe Arena or the Aztec Arena, whatever they call it these days. Played to the never. Of course, Morecambe coming to this just 1 defeated past 5 for them, 50% form over the last 6. That's 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2. Up against the Derby County side, just 1 defeat past 6, 67% form for them moving forward once again. Last time round, of course, Derby County with a 3-2 win over a 3-2 loss over Plymouth at Pride Park. Morecambe with a 2-2 draw at Bristol. Rovers, of course. Morecambe also beating Everton in the Football League Trophy after penalties. But of course, coming into this one, the odds, we have Morecambe 50-4 for the victory, 55-4 on is your Derby, and 12-5 is your draw. I'm back in Morecambe with the draw here, and they'll be happy with that. As a point in the bag, keep it. They're going to be grinding it out this season, no matter how you look at it. Of course, Ipswich Town up against Cambridge United over at Portman Road. Now, these two sides played the 6 times since 11, 1 win apiece, 4 draws. Ipswich, though, unbeaten in the last 6 games, winning 5 and drawing just the 190% ball for them. Up against Cambridge side, who are flying high. They are 4th, 5th in the table. A couple of wins in the last 3 games, 42% form with the last 6. Last time around, though, over at Portman Road, it was a 1-0 win for Cambridge back in April 2022. Cambridge with the 2-0 win over Lincoln. Ipswich with a 2-0 win over Accrington. Stanley, of course, back-to-back clean sheets for them heading into this. The odds on this one, then, we are 2-1 on is your Ipswich, 7-2 is your 5-1 is your long shot. Back in Ipswich here, 2-0 win for them, clean sheet, and of course 3 points, which of course should extend the lead at the top of the table over Pompey, who are drawing in my eyes. Lincoln City up against Accrington. Stanley, of course, at Sinsel Bank, played 21 times in 2006, 10 wins to Lincoln, 7 wins for Accrington, 4 draws, of course, just 1. In fact, 58% form for Lincoln right now, winning 3 of the last 6 up against Accrington Stanley side, just 1 win to 6, 42% form for them as well. Last time around, though, in Lincoln was a 1-0 win for Accrington back in November 2021. Lincoln picking up, of course, a 2-0 loss to Cambridge. Stanley, of course, losing to Ipswich at home last round. Actually, Stanley unbeaten against Lincoln over the last 3, picking a couple of wins and a draw. In fact, we want to open it up a little bit over the last 6. They've only lost once to Lincoln City back in, of course, January 2021. The odds on this one, then, shall we? We've got Lincoln City 5-4 for the victory, 23-10 is your Stanley, 11-5 is your draw. I'm back in Lincoln City here at home. Stanley's form at home is vital. Their away form is shitty, so I don't think they're going to get anything out of this. MK Dons taking on, of course, Bristol Rovers. Coming at you over at Stadium MK. Played 16 times, 2006, 9 wins at MK, 4 for Bristol Rovers, and 3 draws. Of course, back-to-back defeats so for MK Dons right now. 58% form over the last 6. Bristol Rovers, though, just 1 win in the last 6. 33% form for them moving forward as well. Last time around, though, over at MK Dons was a 2-2 win for Milton Keynes back in Boxing Day 2020. Actually, Milton Keynes picking up 3 wins on the spin over Bristol Rovers. In fact, they haven't conceded a goal against them. Kicking on forward, though, MK Dons with a 1-0 loss against Exeter. Bristol Rovers with a 2-2 draw at against Morecambe. The odds on this one, we got 11-10 on is your MK Dons, 12-5 is your 10-3 is your away win here. Back in, of course, a 2-1 win for MK Dons. Bristol Rovers on the road might be a little bit tough to get them a result on this one. Peterborough up against, of course, then Vegans. That's right, Forest Green Rovers are struggling. They're finding life in the 3rd tier very, very difficult. Play to the never. Of course, Peterborough, though, losing 4 in the bats, 33% form for them right now. Up against Forest Green side, just 1 minute 6, 25% form for them moving forward once again. Last time around, though, Posh did lose to Pompey 2-1. Of course, it was at Fratton Park. Of course, Vegan Land did lose to Shrewsbury, 2-0 loss at Forest Green as well. Of course, the Vegans coming at you on this one. The odds, what we got going on, 10-3 for them. For them, of course, 4-3 on is your Peterborough, 3-1 is your draw. Back in Peterborough to get back to winning ways, and a comfortable win in fact, 3-0 win for them, and it goes 3 points in the bag as well. Plymouth, the Green Army, up against Sheffield Wednesday. It is 3rd, is up against 4th, of course, down at the southwest. Of course, who's going to take advantage on this one? Played to the goal in my eyes to 18 times, 2003, 8 wins for Plymouth, 5 for Sheffield Wednesday, 5 draws, of course. Plymouth, though, winning 5 of the last 6, 83% form for them. Up against Sheffield Wednesday side, winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6. That's 50% form for them moving forward. Plymouth, pick up a 3-0 win last time around. Of course, that was in November 2021 in the FA Cup. Last time played in the league, there was a 3-0 win, also for Plymouth, back in September 2021. The away side has only won once in the last 6 of this, and that was when Plymouth beat Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough back in March 2011. Sheffield Wednesday did pick up a 2-0 loss against Barnsley. Of course, Plymouth with a 3-2 monster win over Derby County. The odds here, 50-8 is your host, 12-5 is your draw, and of course with 11-8 is your away win on here. Back in, of course, Plymouth to get a draw at the very least. 2-2 in the end. Point in the bag, moving on once again. If you're quick, you might have seen those ones. Shrewsbury up against Oxford in the final 2 here at Gay Meadow. Is that what they call it? 23 times since 2003 they played. 8 wins for Shrewsbury, 12 for Oxford, 3 draws, of course. Just 1 and 6 though for Shrewsbury right now. 33% form for them. Up against Oxford side, winning 3 on the bounce. 58% form for the last 6. Last time around though, over at Shrewsbury was a 2-1 win for Oxford back in March 2022. The Shrews pick up a 2-1 win over Forest Green. Salop, of course, back in September the whatever the heck that was. September the 3rd. Of course, Oxford with a 2-1 win over Burton. Of course, 9 goals in the last 3 games, averaging 3 apiece. The odds on this one, we have 17-10 is your host, 11-5 is your 8-5 is your away win here. Going to back, of course, Shrewsbury with a loss here. 1-0 win for Oxford on the road. Big 3 points in the bag, and of course, moving the chains. And then wrap it up down at Adams Park. It's Wycombe against Port Vale, of course. Is that a late kickoff? No, it's not. 12 times they played since 2002. 4 for Wycombe, 2 for Port Vale, 6 draws, of course. Wycombe, though, 50% form, 1-2 loss, 2 draw, 2 over the last 6. Just 1 defeat past 5 for them. Up against the Port Vale side, 1-2 loss, 2 draw, 2 over the last 6. 50% form for them as well. Last time around, though, over at Adams Park was back in March 2018 in League 2. It was a 0-0 draw. In fact, Wycombe are unbeaten over Port Vale the last 3, picking up 1 win and a couple of draws. It's actually just 1 defeat of the last 6 for Port Vale against Wycombe. Of course, that was that 3-2 loss at Vale Park back in August 2017. Port Vale pick up a draw against Cheltenham last time around. Wycombe with a 1-1 draw against Fleetwood. The odds here, 6-5 is your Wycombe, 23-10 is your, and 23-10 is your away win here. 2-1 win in the end for Wycombe. 3 points in the bag. And of course, if I'm right, this is what the table will hopefully look like in the end. And as you can see, of course, it's Ipswich leading the charge. Pompey, of course, in 2nd, and Plymouth remain in 3rd. That's the state of play there. Going down, Burton, Forest Green, Morecambe, and Cheltenham. But of course, it can all change in match day number 9. Of course, we'll be back for match day number 9. But of course, you should get your picks in as well. Cut the Force Just League 1, 100% free. And of course, get your name in lights. That's it, guys and girls. It's simple as that. Make sure you smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, smash the little bell. But until that, guys and girls, we're done right now. I'll see you soon for the next one.